I am running completely late. I overslept. So as you can see, I have no makeup on today because I honestly can't be bothered, but I thought I would say a quick good morning before I leave for school. I only have one class today, and then on the way home I'll be posting the package to the winner of my 100 giveaway, and then a package to one of my friends as well. So I'll be doing that on the way home, but then I'll be home and I will finally be sorting out my clay stuff and uploading yesterday's video. So I will see you all when I get home. So as you can see, I am just making some instant ramen, and I've got some mushrooms and some bean sprouts and spring onion to put in with it, and I've also got some umebosh and some peach tea. So I'm gonna finish making this up and eat my lunch. So here it is, I've got some umebosh, the rest I put in a container here to put back in my fridge. And I've got my ramen and my tea, and let's just see if I did the egg perfectly. Perfect! That's how you like an egg in ramen, trust me. None of that hard-boiled shit. So I'm going to mix it all together and eat it up. So I fell asleep and just woke up, and it's about 5-ish now. I didn't mean to go to sleep, but it just shows how tired my body was. So I'm now finally sorting out my craft stuff because, as you can see, here is one box full. This is some new stuff that I bought. I bought these containers to put my molds and my cookie cutters and whatnot in, and then these little ones to put little gems and little bits and pieces. But this is kind of where I store it all on this top thing, and it is just a complete and utter mess. This one at the back has like molds and cookie cutters and other stuff that I don't use so frequently, and then this one here has stuff that I do use frequently, and then I have like my paints and my pastels, some clay there at the back. This little box has bits and pieces in it, and then with this one as well. And then in this one, all my new clay and whatnot that I bought. So I thought I should probably sort it out so it's a bit less like this. So yeah, I'll show you guys a couple of my clay stuff as well while I'm doing it, in case any of you are interested in that. So if you can all ignore the mess that is behind here, it is actually sorted. But I just got 2 new re-men boxes and they don't properly fit, so I have to rearrange some stuff so they fit in like nicer, or more nicely, and that. But I wanted to share these. I found these in Sedia. They're really cute. It's like a frying pan, and they're proper metal as well. And then there's like a little pot as well. I thought they would be really cute to make some little clay miniatures in there, like an egg or something in the frying pan, so I bought a couple of them. I think I bought 3 of each, so there's some more pots. But I wanted to share them with you because I was really excited about them, and I hadn't seen them before, so I thought I'd share with you a couple of my molds, so then you could see why I actually need a container. Some of them are going to be too big to fit in there, but that's alright. So I have this little one. I sorted them all into a container, and the 2 molds, the top 2 here, that I thought weren't going to fit actually do fit. So I'm really happy about that because now they're all in the one place, and if I need a mold I can just easily grab this out and get straight into it. So I'm really happy about that. So now I'm going to do the same in this one, but with all my cookie cutters and hole punches, so hopefully they'll all fit in the one container. But I think I might own a lot of cookie cutters, so we'll see. actually wound up making them fit in here. I just put the ones that had come loose into little Ziploc baggies rather than using a separate container. And instead, this container, I'm going to put my needle felting needles and whatnot in them, because rather than having them kind of going everywhere and stabbing myself constantly, I thought it would be nice if I give them their own little container as well. So I'm going to do that and continue sorting out, and I'll show you guys when I've sorted out some more stuff. So I finally sort of sorted everything out, so I'm briefly just gonna explain it to you, I guess. So in this back box here, I basically just have some craft stuff that I really don't use that often, or that is like spare kind of craft stuff, you know, like I have more of these little cups in there and more toothpicks and just stuff that I don't necessarily need, but it's there if I ever do, if that makes sense. And then in this bottom one, the same kind of thing, I just have some like pliers and some little baggies and whatnot, things that I don't really need access to all the time. And then I've got my cookie cutters, my molds, my acrylic paints. In the back there I've got some Whipple. I decided to put my hole punches in this circular container, and I thought it was actually pretty good. They all fit perfectly and you can see what they are. So I've got that one, then I've got some gloves here. These are some model kits that I want to build, and a re-ment box that doesn't fit down the bottom, as you can see. If I got rid of this it would, but nah. So that's that. And then in this mug I have got my paintbrushes, a nail file, some glue because I don't want it laying down in case it leaks. And then in the back I have a spare cloth just in case, so it's easy accessible because all my other ones are in there. And then in this little container thing here I have got some like cups, and I need to put some Q-tips in, some toothpicks that I've used when painting but they don't need to be binned because that's a waste, some more toothpicks, a little water spritzer, glue, glaze, kind of like Medina paste, which is I guess like a Mod Podge, some more glaze, mold oil, another glaze. They're all different, like this one in the back here is matte and this one is super gloss, this one's just like normal. And then I've got some sparkly nail polish for a project that I'm working on. In here I have paper clips for when I glaze items to hang them, a cloth, and then here are just some Daiso like fake whipped cream and sauces and that, so I have them there. And then down in this one here I have like, I don't really know how to explain it, it makes sense to me, but I have like all my findings and that in here, and little stuff to make stuff in, kind of like all my deco-ish stuff. And there's like, you can see through here, there's like little fake like fruits and whipped cream and everything. There's some baking master, some glitters. In here I have some more for when I do shading of baked goods, because I only just bought this, so this was what I was using before. Basically the same colours though, if you can see in there. And then this one is for blush and that, and then I have like sprinkles. So this is kind of like my, when I finished making it, my decorating box, I guess would be the best word for it. And then down here I have my always using objects. So I have my Pagical colour scale measurer, and then in this little container here I have my most used tools. So there's like blade, another blade there, some scissors that are curved, pointy tool, there's a needle in there somewhere as well, toothbrush, sponge, a new sponge. I swapped out my old one actually while I was cleaning because it was really gross and painted. And then I have some tweezers and two of my most used dotting tools, as well as this random tool, but I use that as well. And then I have my little, I have some plastic when I'm working with clay so they don't dry out, because I use air dry. And then I have this little thing which I use to evenly push because I don't have a rolling pin, and this works just as good. So in this container I have the tools I use less frequently but still want handy, and then some of the stuff that I've made myself. So there's some tart bases, and here is a whole bunch of those wagashi things that I showed in the mold. So there's taiyaki and the flour, and there's these little rabbits, or if I can turn him. And I actually put micro marbles in for the eyes. And then I got some blueberries and strawberries, some things to make into cakes, and these ones down here need to be painted. So that's why they're there. And I have a teeny tiny little Totoro that needs to be painted. And then in this really awesome Sailor Moon container, I have my Tamiya paints and sauces. So like I have blueberry sauce, like caramel, chocolate, strawberry, and then I have all these paints, and this one aren't part of the sweets one, but they're silver and gold, so I got them. And then I have like paints, and in the bottom I have the syrups as well. So this stores all my Tamiya paints. And then in here I have all my clay, so obviously you can see all the colours, and then just your plain whites. And then I have some different ones here, like the mermaid puffy. Then I have this Sakerun-kun and Cosmo and Grace down the bottom. Then this little bag I just have all the ones that I bought at Daiso. And in this container I store my already opened, so there's like the Grace and Cosmo in here, and they're in little airtight to stop them from drying out as quickly. So they're in there. And then in this one, I don't think there's actually anything in this one anymore, but in this one I put, when I've mixed colours, I put them in these individual little baggies. Yeah, there's none, I used it all up. And then put them in here to keep them a bit more airtight. So that's how I do that. And it just keeps it from drying out quicker. I'm going to now stick everything back. Hey guys, so I just ate dinner and I didn't film it because I actually kind of forgot. I was really hungry and it was the last thing on my mind. But as you can see, I am starting to edit yesterday's video, so that should be up within an hour. And then I'm going to cut up some of these fruit canes that I've been meaning to do, but now I have this little container. I can sort them by the individual thing, if that makes sense. So I just finished editing my video, and as you can see it is uploading still. And I just sorted out which canes I'm going to cut up and kind of like organize them, I guess. So in the pink I have 3 different types of strawberries, and then I have some watermelons and cherries in this one, and then this one I just have some random green type canes, and this one has some apples and a dragon fruit. So I just shoved them into these to decide where they were going to go, and I still have 6 left. So as you can see, I still have a lot of canes. I just kind of grabbed one of each, I guess. So I'm going to cut them up. As you can see, I have just made chopped up one of the strawberry canes really small. Basically, I'm going to do this for all the rest of them, and then I will probably go to sleep, to be honest. I haven't been feeling the greatest physically, so I think a early night's sleep is probably due. I just finished doing, well, most of my homework. I still have this part down the bottom to do, but I need to read the grammar because I did not understand what was happening in class when they were going on about that. So now I'm just gonna cut up a few more of these bad boys because I only did the 2 and then I remembered I had homework that I should probably do first. So I'm gonna do that, and then I will probably go to bed, and I am drinking a cup of tea from my Luna cup. So I'm going to say goodnight now, and I will see you all tomorrow morning. Bye guys. On day 3, and as you can see I am in the kitchen. Bye.